Let's get our seats. We're gonna get started. Grab a taco, grab a seat. Yeah, there's tacos back there. All you can eat tacos. No.
Yeah, Taco Tuesday.
These are cool. Love those.
I am John and you are who?
My dad is on the Overland Garden.
Good afternoon now.
I just went home and.
Half a minute.
John, what?
All right, it is noon. Let's get going. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Oh, man. I know the Mariners lost last night. That was a heartbreak. That was terrible. But good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
All right, that's decent. I'll take it. I'm feeling a little under the weather, so I'm gonna do my best to get through today. Get through this meeting, but thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. We have a lot to go over. Like somebody's AI notes are trying to hijack it. Sorry. All right. Please silence your cell phones, your beepers, your pagers, everything else.
Oh, yeah, I have a pager.
We got pagers.
What's
Seriously?
Yeah, we do, don't we, Jim?
Oh,
Got
Jim does?
Welcome our newest members. We have Baltic, Robert, Jason, and Danish. We're very happy you guys joined our office. Exclusive video marketing bundle for just our office. Palm Visuals, unfortunately couldn't be here today, but they are offering a $500 package, normally $1,500. It's $1,000 off, exclusively to our office. So they're going to do a partnership. They're starting to do some videos for us right now too. But you guys can go ahead and book those. Go to, what is it? palmvisuals.com. We'll get the information and send it out to you guys, but it's a really good package deal for listing videos, professional shot. Legal market update. That was a fantastic event. Who went? Who should have went? Annie did a great job. I think it was valuable information. I think that it really shows that this industry, no matter what, it's going to constantly change and get updated. These laws are going to continue to come into our industry, and we have to pivot and learn and keep getting education as we go along. Wakoya, like that is going to be a huge thing in the next like 3 years. We're going to be doing more and more education on that, but you know, stay tuned. We're definitely going to be implementing a lot more training when these new laws come into effect in a couple of years. 71. Good year. Who knows what this number represents?
Donald Scott.
Donald Scott? No. He started in 1931. Listings? Nope. Christmas?
Days till the end of the year.
You're
Days
close.
till the end of the year.
71 days left in 2025.
Wow. That's great. That's crazy looking at it that way.
I know, when you see the number like that, you're like, it's not that much. But the whole point is like, it's time for the separation season. This is the time when you can really start ramping up your business for 2026. You should already be working on that stuff. Business planning, we're going to be sending out those. We're going to get digital copies that'll be able to go out in printed copies. So Jim, Tony, and myself, we're still meeting with people one-on-one. So we plan on still implementing that. So you guys look for time available to meet with us. But again, very important to get into next year. Like if you want to have a great 2026, you got to plan for it. Realtor.com. So do you guys know that this is the best week in 2025 as far as the year for buyers to get a home? According to Realtor.com, they've got all their data that says October 19th through the 25th that you have a much better opportunity to get the best deal for a buyer. They did this last year for the when's the best time to sell. So this is the first time they've offered this information. So based on their data, according to all of the information that they've got and how they get that data is basically from, best prices secured and pendings to solds. So they get that percentage difference, like, okay, someone got a way better deals during these times. So good idea, maybe put this out for your buyers, or maybe the buyers you were talking about that, hey, right now might be the best opportunity in the whole year. All right, let's take a look at some market conditions. A lot of these slides actually came from Tom Ferry. Who went to Tom Ferry when he was in town? Who should have went? He had a lot of good information. It was a great event. Thought that he provided some really good slides. Stay to the end of the meeting and get your phones out. You'll be able to QR code scan and download all of the slide packs for him, Matthew Ferry, the broker that was featured, and then also for the Burns, the Builder Breakfast from John L. Scott. I've got all of the PDFs for you guys to be able to download, and they got really good information inside. But basically, we are 3 years into the mortgage industry's dual drought. What they mean by that is, obviously rates have been bad, for 3 years, but refis have not been happening either. So that's part of the reason why there's been more of a drought. The 30-year fixed mortgage rate forecasts from the beginning of the year was 6.36. Who knows what rates are today? Six what? 6.15? Yeah, they're low. They're actually the best they've been for quite some time. 6 times home prices were impacted. This really reminds me of the Power of One, packs that Saul would put together with Colin every year. This literally it follows right along that. But the recessions, mild recession, .com, 9/11, global financial crisis, COVID, and of course, inflation market of what we've been in. But 6 dips in pricing over the last 50 years, which isn't that bad for 50 years. Warren Buffett just invested 80 million into Lennar. Why would he do that? 800 million. Even more money. But why would he make a move like that? US home price expectations. So this is what they're expecting on the low side, 6 to 7% increase. Mid is 17.6, and on the high range, 27.4% expected price increase. It's pretty good over that time frame, 2025 to 2029. Home value, equity, and the debt. You can see that the actual home mortgage liability is very low compared to what people have for their values and how much equity they've got. There's only been 6 dips in pricing over the last 50 years. You can see that as well. But one of the most important factors that Tom brought up was the fact that every drought ends in a recovery. And he thinks that we're just on the cusp of it. We're just on the edge of it. Every single time that the reports are coming out, things are still, chugging along, and it's still going and still getting better. But his main message from that event was control the listings, you control the market. It's still got to be top of mind to be able to, concentrate on getting listings. You got to list to last. It's always been a saying in this industry. He who controls the inventory, you're always going to have to draw the buyers to you also. So you still need to really concentrate on listings. So speaking of listings, are you on the board? Tony, you want to come up and do our drawing? In September, we had 73 listings. Not bad. You had 2?
No, I missed your number, 71 to 73, I missed.
Oh, yeah. 73 listings.
73.
So let's do our drawing, and who is our winner? Oh,
Betsy.
for $50 and fair printing slide or signs.
Fantastic.
There you go.
There you go, that was easy.
Wow.
First draw, okay.
One and done.
Bounce, you're done.
Wow. All right, good job. With that, let's go over the market update. October month, right, for the 6 phases of the yearly housing cycle. Obviously, this is when the listings really start just dropping off, and they've already starting. Let's look at King and Pierce County. As a whole, you can see year over year, it wasn't in September. It was just barely above last year. So it's like not that crazy. Well, it seems like it's slower. King County residential only, total new listings was 2788. Last year, same time was 2536. Total active is 4103. Last year, same time was 3251. That's up 26%. Pendings were at 1940. Last year, same time was 1927, just barely up, 0.67%. Closed deals 1488. Last year, same times 1443, just barely up 3%. Median price though in September, it's 957. Last year, same time was 950, barely up 0.74%. And then month supply is now dropped to 2.76. Now we're under the 3-month supply. So it's gonna kind of keep dropping down a little bit more each month as we head into, obviously into the winter. Let's look at condos. Total new was 937 for King County. Last year, same time was 896. Total active is 2,043. Same time last year was 1,702, up 20%. Pendings is 547. Last year, same time was 522. That's up almost 5%. Closed deals 464. Last year 390. It's up almost 19%. And then of course the median sales price was 527.5. Last year, same time was 558,725. So it's off barely 5.5. And then months of inventory is at 4.4. So anybody got King County condos right now? Listings? Nobody? Nobody in the whole room, not a single? I'm like, come on, I know you guys do. Things are not moving too hot, too fast with the condos. Just, it's the selection, so it's all gonna come down to pricing. Pricing's gonna really drive the factor whether or not you sell into the, into this winter market, so keep an eye on that. And in your handouts, you do have both of those for Pierce, excuse me, for King County residential and condos. Let's look at Pierce County. Last year, or was what, 1,052, 1,049 for 2025. So really, it's like very, very similar. Pierce County residential only, brand new listings was 1,149. Last year, same time was 1,043. Total active is 2,469. Last year, same time was 1,936. It's up 27.5%. Pendings were 1,049. Last year was 1,052, barely off. And then close is 885. Last year was 858. It's up 3%. And then median sales price was 573,940. Last year, same time was 566,750. So it's barely up 1.35 or 1.27%. And it's sitting at a 2.79 month supply of inventory for Pierce County single family residential. Pierce County condos is 91 new listings. Last year, same time was 84. Total active was 220 now, and last year was 204. So it's barely up 7.84%. Pending sales is 82. Last year, same time was 76. It's up 7.89%. Closed 62. Last year, same time was 55. So it's up 12.73%. Median sales price is 417.5. Last year, same time was 375. So it's up 11.33%. But the month supply for single family in Pierce County is 3.55. Isn't it interesting? You think like, man, even in these months where the inventory was so high and the market kind of like was slower, pricing's still going up. It might be a little bit, but it's still slowly going up. Key box activity trending down week to week. There's only 2 weeks in there that literally it was raised up. It's probably going to continue in that for the rest of the year, depending on how inventory goes. But you can see just how 2025 is still actually up for showings compared to last year, and like every single month except for February, that it was, you know, more showings. Doesn't seem like it, but I think why that is dispersed the energy is the fact that the backlog of buyers are going to more listings. So that's why there's more showings. All right, with that, I'd like to welcome up some very special guests. This is today's panel. We have Yvonne Brink, Vanessa Battencourt, and Almaz Sess.
Everybody showed up today, huh?
Well, they heard. I wanted to pick some of our most powerful women from our office to come up and kind of speak about what they're doing in their business, because we know that, it's a tougher market, so it's great to hear how, each individual is doing. So I'm gonna start things out. First, Vanessa, what originally drew you into real estate and what keeps you passionate about it today?
My real estate story was kind of like the stars and the moon just aligned, and I was in the place of my life where I wasn't happy where I was in the place of my life. And I came from sales and I was an independent contractor, and a friend was like, you would be great at real estate. And I was like, you know what? I think you're right. And I got my license and I sold my first house 2 months later. And then I quit my job, and I feel so blessed because not only does it put me in great rooms with like my good friends that are mentors, with you guys, but it has literally changed my life. I wake up every day like I don't have a job. This is just my life, and I feel so blessed. And what keeps me passionate is being the owner of my life. I work on my terms and I design my own life, how I want to live it.
Love that. Yeah, that's great. Same question, Almaz. So what originally drew you to real estate, and what keeps you passionate about it today?
Well, my story is a bit different, meaning that I used to work all the kind of jobs. I went to school, I went to graduated, and I was looking for a job through my profession. And it was very difficult after 2008 to get a job. When I get my license, 2013, I think. So I said, what else I can do? I was applying King County, City of Seattle. I used to work for property management called Equity Office. Maybe some of you guys know. We used to manage those high-rise buildings, Key Center, Plaza Center, downtown Bellevue. I used to do flip 2006 and 2007 during that time. So when I graduated, I couldn't find a job, and I said, okay, what else I'm going to be good at it? And what else I can do for my life? So I decided I remember it was Friday. I got interviewed 3-4 places, and I was wanting that somebody gonna hire me, and I couldn't. And when I got that news that Friday, I said, I failed and I have to get up. And I called Rockwell and I said, okay, do you guys have a spot for me? And I can take a class. And they said, we have one spot.
Oh.
And then me and Nia, we carpooled together and we took that class. And the first interview, I think it's Keller William, I came, John Scott and Jim, and it's all of, and this is home. And it turns my life, and it was hard. It was hard. Nothing easy.
Yeah.
Honestly, especially the person coming from other country and have accent like me. And it's very difficult, but I do it every single day. Hard work will pay off. Hard work, constant. And then after I did that, and it's with my community, I just grew up through with the greatest people and my mentor and Yvonne and Jim. And I told Jim one time, and I said, Jim, I'm going to quit. And he said, no, lady. So, I mean, it's, yeah.
Self-doubt about herself.
Yeah.
Anybody. I don't know anything about real estate. Nobody in my community knows me. Nobody in my community wants to do business with me. I'm the wrong color. I'm a woman. I have a language issue. Everything. And she overcame it.
Yeah.
Top producer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yvonne,
Yeah.
same thing. What originally drew you into real estate and what keeps you're passionate about it still today?
Okay, so I've been in for over 18 years now. Can you believe that? I look so young, I know. And I had to really go back and think, why did I get into this? And but I do remember that Levin and I, if you guys don't know him, Levin, raise your hand. My better half. We used to go to open houses and we call that our cheap date. Because it didn't cost anything. So after church, if we saw a sign outside, we would go into the house and he will swear to this that I would sit there and just drill the agent. Just everything about real estate. So how do you get started? What do you do? How do you get paid? All of it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't understand the pay scale. Commission, I worked in corporate, so I just couldn't get it, right?
Mhm.
So instead, we just kept going to the open houses as a little cheap date and eat their cookies and drink their juice and check out the paint colors and things like that. So, but I was still interested. I just didn't know how to go about it. And then when I went back and looked at some of my college courses, I took real estate courses and didn't even remember I had taken those courses. And then in 2005 and 6, when everybody was buying up houses, I wanted a piece of that pie, right? So we found somebody at John O. Scott to show us some houses because we were going to refi and buy. Thank God we didn't. But they threw me in a car. That's back when you used to drive your clients around. Used to. And
Yeah.
she drove us around to a couple of different properties and she was the worst driver. And I thought, if she can do this, I can do this. And I think that's when I was like, okay, look, we're not going to buy a house, but we're going to get into real estate. And so in 2007, that's when I got my license to get into real estate. Little did I know that there was a crash going on. And so when we got into the business, well, when I got into the business, all the agents complained about the market. I'm coming from Tupperware, party life, being successful, getting the cars and the trips. And so when they were complaining, I'm like, what are they complaining about? We should be excited. We should rah. We should. So it took me about a year to get it because I made one deal that whole year. And I was like, did I just step into something I don't have a clue about, right? And I remember coming home to Lovin and my kids and saying, this is gonna be a business. This is not this is a career. This is not just a hobby and blah, blah, blah. And so no more taking your lunches to school and no more, whatever running around I was doing as a stay-at-home mom is done. This is a business. And after that, things turned around for me. And that's when I was able to, and I met Jim. Let me throw that in there. I started off with a different John O. Scott office and then met Jim and Saul and just saw the potential of the direction I could go in. And so that's what made me stay in the business. And what's keeping me passionate is my love for educating home buyers. So for those who don't know, I've been doing the home buyer classes for about 16 of those years.
Yeah.
Pretty consistently. I do financial peace classes. I've done several of those from the Dave Ramsey. And so I'm just loving the impact home ownership have on people who thought they never could own a home. So that's why I pretty much stay in it. It's because I just want to be that person who can help those who's been dreaming about getting into a home.
That's great. What's one word, Vanessa, that describes your business philosophy this year? Because it's definitely been a different year. So what's your one word?
This year, I would have to say intentional.
Oh, you can't.
Oh, no.
For me, like honestly, that has been the word of just living an intentional life, not just with real estate, but with my health, with my, my people, my friends, and being intentional of going into my CRM every day or just slowing down and being like, okay, let's be in this moment. So I feel like sometimes there's so many things thrown at us that I am working on slowing down so that I can speed up.
That's great. Yvonne, same word.
Same word.
That's great.
I mean, really, I have it in my notes.
No.
So yeah, intentional from client relationships to marketing to my CRM to community events, just really be purposeful in those things that we do. And I want every action to move closer to helping people move in the right direction. And so our slogan for the Bring Home team is helping you make the right move. So being very intentional in what we do.
That's good. Almaz, what was your word?
Say intentional.
Helpful,
Helpful.
helpful. To see the success of what my clients, my community has. And I never slow down. Never slow down for me. I don't do nothing except following up with my community, my past clients. Always is that I work. I have a list every single day. If I don't do it this day, and I will do it tomorrow. And follow up, and helpful. Every question, if you know yourself and your confidence, they will come to you. They will call. And my phone is the day 7 until 8, unless I turn it off, it's going. And I'm so blessed for that.
No,
Yeah.
that's great. How do you get business, Vanessa, in a tough market?
I feel like it's a combination. You have to have like little things kind of. When I started, my mentor gave me a good analogy. He said real estate is like you have to have your birdhouse, and then you put your birdhouse in the house and you nurture them and you take care of them until they're finally ready to fly away or buy a house. So I just find different ways of keeping in touch with my people. Social media, although I've been kind of slacking on my social media, but making phone calls for me, my thing is my phone. I know at the end of the day, I know how to turn the hose on and I know how to turn it off. And I've seen it because I've been doing it for so long that I know I just need to sit down and I just need to smile and dial. And it's really, for me, that's been my thing, is just connecting and how many conversations can I have a day. I don't really do other people's open houses or door knock. I feel like I know enough people that I have enough people in my database that all I have to do is shake some trees and connect with my people, and it's gonna happen. I know that if I do the work, it's gonna take a little bit of time, but I mean, there's no way around it. If you do the work, you're gonna get the results.
Yeah. Same thing for you, Yvonne. Actually, I'll tweak it a little bit. How do you maintain confidence and momentum when transactions slow down? Because this happens every year, right? We go through this kind of highs and lows of business, even when you're doing the right things. Like sometimes it just seems like, business kind of dissipates and it kind of levels out. So what do you do in those moments?
Say it one more time.
Like how do you maintain confidence and momentum when the transactions slow down?
I think it's a little bit of what Vanessa's saying is going back to the basics. And one of the things that, because I am a squirrel, something new comes up, squirrel, I'm over here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know me then, and something else comes up like squirrel.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
Okay. And what I have learned and what I am learning, that the squirrel is not getting the nuts, okay? Because I'm bouncing around. And so what I find is that I do have to go back to the basics. And one of the things that helped me is, and I'm gonna jump ahead, is this book here, Miracle Morning. Have you guys ever read this?
That's a great one.
In here, they talk about the lifesavers. And the lifesavers is, it's kind of like an acronym for savers. So S is for silence, which is really just being in quiet, just being quiet, being in the moment. A is for affirmations, which we're learning about with the ninja. But yeah, having your affirmation and just reminding yourself of all the things you want to achieve. V is for visualization. That is the biggest one for me, is because when, I don't know who it was, Jim was here, when we were looking at getting out of debt, I could visualize going to Rio de Janeiro and how many houses and da da da. And so every day I visualized that till we got to that point. We didn't go to Rio, but we did go to the Dominican. Thank you, Eleven. When we became debt free. SAV, how you spell saver? Exercise. And that could be 1 minute to 2 minutes. R was reading, nourishing yourself with different books. And S was for scribing, yes, journalizing your information. So for me, the momentum, the consistency, it all goes back to the basics and centering myself or grounding myself so that I can.
That's great. Let's see, Vanessa, last couple of questions, you guys. You're known for professionalism. Oh, wait, wrong one. What's one marketing or follow-up strategy that's consistently brought you new business in the last 6 months?
I would say my Google page does pretty well. I have a 2 o'clock with a Google person, and I just got another Google person under contract in some vacant land. So I would say that my Google, but again, for me, it's picking up my phone. Like, I don't try to overcomplicate it or, you know, I just pick up your phone, connect with your database. For me, like Yvonne said, going back to the basics. I mean, I am fortunate that I came from sales. I was a sales manager at 24 Hour Fitness for a long time. So I know how to role play, I know how to script. And you know, it's just going back to the basics and doing it and being okay with rejection and developing thick skin. You're not for everybody and it's okay.
I know, that's great advice. Almaz, what's one mistake you see brokers making in today's market that you intentionally avoid?
Negativity, like,
Oh,
yeah, there is nothing you can do, whatever the outside, just be mindful and do your thing. Focus. And, you know, we've been told that we've been like educated and open house. I have done it so many times. I still doing it. Even though I'm busy, I'm still doing it. Follow what works for you. It's something it will work for me, might not, it will work for you guys. So something that you're going to be good at it and focus, fundamental. What do you know the best? And every time, my business model is so different, you guys, because every business, I got it from the community. I attend church. We have a lot of activities. We have a lot of holiday party. I celebrate American party and Ethiopian party. You know, we have a lot of get together. That's my, yeah, that's my farming for me. The minute I walk in, people knew what I do. And the question I'm gonna get is like, how's the interest rate? Is it good to refi? You know, I have to educate myself before I go. I look everything. What is the interest rate today? And what's going to be look like? You know, what's the house market? Is it slow? I have to describe that for my clients. And then I have to answer each question for them. I want to be that person. I can give them the answer. So I educate myself before any small or big. And I'm so thankful again for my community, every housewarming party, every graduation, and I'm in it. And that's what I do. And that's when I go there, I got 1 or 2 clients and I came home. That's my farming. And I'm so blessed. And I specialize adult family home. Adult family home also, I work with a lot of people, you know, and I learned that during like the last 6 years. That's another thing for me. And if you know, and be good at it with 1 or 2 things, that the most, and then you kill it. And then that's where my business is every year, every year it's getting better. I never knew before when I started this real estate a long time ago, like a lot of people come out and say things, jump by, and you know, all those, you know, agents, a good agent. And I said, I'm going to be in that spot. Dream big. There is nobody that can take you, from you. And I dream big, and I said, what I want to be, and be honest. The client can see that.
Yeah.
Honest is mighty, and no matter what, even though people give them another agent, they still come to me.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Last question, Yvonne.
Mm-mm.
If you had to start over today, what would you do differently or exactly the same?
Let me find that question.
I know.
So I think I had a big thing. Let's see. What's one thing you do before,
No, if you had to start over,
if you have to start?
yeah, if you had to start over, what would you do differently today? Or would you do exactly the same?
No, I don't think I did it exactly the same.
Ah,
When you come into real estate, you don't realize that I did not, let me just say that. I did not realize when I came into real estate that I was self-employed. I thought I worked for John L. Scott. Anybody else thought that when you came in, or was I the only one? I thought I worked for John L. Scott. I wasn't a self-employed, so I think I would definitely learn more about self-employment. And what does that look like? With that, I would probably set up my systems early in the game. Going to an open house, great, but writing it down as to what I do every time I go to an open house is huge. I did one just recently for doing real estate reviews for my sellers. I just wrote down the steps that I'm gonna do, so I'm not having to remember every time I do it. Because sometimes you don't do them and then you forget. Listings. How am I going to go to a listing? If you don't go to a listing in 2 to 3 weeks, you're gonna forget, what did I do the last time I went to a listing? So write it down. So I think that will be one big thing right there, is just coming up with my systems, coming up with my to-dos of every day when I come into the office, learning to do the time blocking. And let's see, what else did I have on here? I think that was a lot of it right there, is just creating the systems when coming to the system, and to say no faster.
that's good.
I go to a lot of other meetings and other classes and other events, and I am ripping and running, but it has nothing to do with the right now of getting potential clients right now.
Yeah.
Levin, what's all that back there? Levin's back there going. But we were just talking about how we have to start saying no to a lot of things so that we say yes to our business. So that was another one. And to also just have clarity, and also lead from the heart, but protect my time.
Love that. You did have a sample of
I
what you send your
did.
clients.
So before he puts this on real quick, there's a couple of basics. Remember, we talk about basics. What are some things we can do? And so one of the things we do is I would say one thing you want to do is get a CRM. John L. Scott have theirs called Engaged.
Yeah.
I use Follow Up Boss, but it doesn't make a difference. Just find something that you can use that will drip on your clients. When I say drip, I mean send something automatically to your clients. One of the things that we have is our birthday, our happy birthday. And we have every client in our CRM, we have their birthday, and the system knows when to send it. We don't have to think about it. It just goes out. And all of a sudden I'll get something from a client. Thank you. Oh, that was so nice of you. Even Jim's wife commented on, because I sent Jim one, and his wife commented. So guess what? On her birthday, she got one. So go ahead and show.
Hey, your birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Celebrate. Make it a great day.
Have fun. Enjoy your day.
So you could do something like this too, where you make it's generic. We don't say no one's name. We're just saying happy birthday. Whether you have a CRM or not, you can do it and have it in your phone and text it to them. So again, try to find that system. I mean, I didn't have a CRM for a long time, but to have some type of system that can do this for you automatically, you don't have to think about it again. And we're talking birthdays, we're talking anniversaries, we're talking, Levin just had the system. We have the system do drip campaigns. And one of them sent it to his client that says, hey, would love to have coffee with you. And the guy replied back, I'm out of town today, but how about Friday? Levin's like, okay, what message went out?
Who is this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he knew who the client was, but he didn't realize the message that had went out on his behalf. So I would definitely say take advantage of the John L. Scott Engage and learn more about how you can service your clients without even servicing your clients, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I love it. Let's give these three wonderful ladies. Today. All right, let's go over some upcoming events. Tony, he's got a class on this week on the 23rd from 10 to noon. It's going to be listing presentations, creating a winning listing presentation. So helping package, put together stuff like Yvonne talked about, having that kit that you can rely on to just jump out in front of a seller and have the exact same presentation down. So Tony's going to do that for Thursday. John L. Scott's Community Food Drive, October 1st through the 31st. It's still going, collecting food for Northwest Harvest. And also another class that's going to be great is brand identity. We have Erica coming into implementing brand identity into your business.
Oh, I missed it too. I was like, dude, am I fucking double meeting someone? I just opened the door. That's why. Oh, I shit. And then I heard this shit over here. Oh, I was like, what the fuck? Hi, bro.
Brand identity. So this is Erica took over for
Wendy Lund.
Wendy Lund. Yeah, she's fantastic. She's really good too. So she'll be here in person. You know, a lot of times Wendy couldn't come in person a lot, but Erica's going to come here in person on the 28th from 11 to noon. So show up. She's going to help with people's Google business, you know, types of ideas and stuff like that as well. So just like Vanessa said, a lot of her business is coming from Google business. You'll definitely want to make sure that that's up to par. So I would definitely show up to this session in the Sky Lounge. Holiday Collective at Avenue in Bellevue. This is Phil Bailey's photography event. He is doing, so if you want to get scanned this for the information, but he's doing a session for like clients, partners, you know, pretty much anyone wants to come in and get like a holiday photo for families or, you know, anything like that. These are, you know, Phil does a great job. He'll be there, so you can schedule between the 1st and December 14th. So we'll send that information out so you can do that as well. Holidays, speaking of holidays, holiday party at the mansion. This year we have got a mansion we're going to be renting out, thanks to a good friend of the office here, Mr. Hardeep and Sim. Their family's mansion. We're going to be utilizing this for our holiday party. So we're going to have food, cocktails, live DJ, all on December 5th. So Friday from 6 to 10. So more information will be coming out about that soon. Foundation night is the Enchanted Forest. That'll be Wednesday, October 29th, next week at 5 p.m. Admission is $100. 150 if you're gonna do the poker tournament. Is that sold out yet, John?
I've got 40 spots left.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm surprised. Usually every year that sells out. So poker tournament for $150. So that's at the Hilton in Bellevue. And this, of course, all goes for the John L. Scott Foundation. Speaking of John L. Scott, we've got the convention. So registration is open. That is going to be Thursday, the 30th, next week. This is who's going so far from the office. We want more people. We want to get a big group together. So we're hoping we can get as many of you to commit to go. It's $125. It does include parking and lunch. So you do get parking and lunch taken care of for you. And it is at the Maidenbower. We do have a sign up sheet right here. It will go on your agent billing. So go ahead and sign up and we'll get that added. The girls will be calling this week about getting more people signed up. But it's going to be a great event. And here's Lennox to talk about it.
Hello, John L. Scott. It's convention time, October 30th at the Main Bower Convention Center. I hope to see you there. We've set up a great lineup of speakers, and it's all designed to help you generate more business. This is an inflection point. October 30th, we're just doing the activities, November, December, heading into year 2026. This is the time to come together. All of us are at Main Bower Center. It's about renewal of spirit, setting up your game plan, schedule your success, narrow your focus for implementation for next year. We have a real good lineup of speakers. First of all, Larry Kendall, the founder of Ninja. This is all about implementation of engagement activities and dialogue of what to talk about those engagement activities. Nick Mallory, this is all about enhancing your personal brand. We have Stephen Ross, building a sustainable, high-quality business. Ifoma Pierre, use AI to supercharge your business. Pam Ehrman, Pam has been with us before. She's a real estate coach, and this is all about strategies and scripts to generate more business. And then Jim Rimley. John L. Scott infused Jim Rimley, a strategist and a coach, going over specific playbook to win more listings. This is the place to be. We're heading into 2026. Everything's in alignment. Let's re-energize, let's get together, and I hope to see you on October 30th.
All right, so hoping more of you sign up so we can all get a good group together, and it'll be a really good event. Who's seen Larry Kendall live before? Seen him live?
Is he gonna speak to anybody besides the office leaders?
Yeah.
On this thing, because it says.
Well, he's speaking, he's the keynote speaker.
Oh, then he's a keynote.
Yeah. Yes, he will be there. Let's hear from our trusted partners. Unfortunately, Mr. Aaron had to fly out for family. He sent a video, but then the video's in a format that we couldn't actually use. But in your handouts, there's a brand new Professionals Plus program. So it's for lawyers, firemen, policemen, and one more. Oh, there's one more.
CPAs.
CPAs?
Doctors. Doctors.
Oh, doctors. That was it. Thank you. So new zero down programs for them, some special rates, and so just new loan programs.
Doctors, nobody lives down.
Doctors and nurses, or down payment, don't put.
And nurses.
I don't make these things up. I just present them. But he's gonna do a class next Monday, that's gonna be on like zero down loans for like the Covenant program, VA, and he's gonna go in depth on this program. So he'll be here on Monday. So with that, I've got you some slides for some PDFs to download. First one is the John Burns research from October 9th. This is from the New Construction Builders Breakfast. So John L. Scott does this every single year. It's usually super early, and this was no different this year from like 8 till 9:30 a.m. But here are all the slides of all the data about new construction and stuff that's specific to our market. So these are great pieces you can utilize for doing social media pieces, or even like being able to present to a seller or a client. So there's really good slides in this one. All of the Tom Ferry slides. You guys would definitely want those. And
Still got everybody seen the first one.
I don't-
want the second one, so
oh,
you're gonna send this out, right?
yeah. And then Christy Jenkins, this was from her presentation at Tom Ferry. This was fantastic. Her just really going about being a category of one basically for your clients and doing some unique marketing pieces to get additional business. She's got like a very similar to one of our office letters for the off-market buyers, or the ones that we send out, like, hey, I've got a buyer, their names, the community, naming the sellers. I'm not looking to list your home. She's got a really good letter she used to generate a ton of extra business just in this year alone. So really good. I would definitely download that one as well. All right. And last but not least, Matthew Ferry was there in person and presented. It's been a long time since I've seen him. But he had some good slides about kind of mindset and just really talking about, kind of, again, almost like the category of one, separating yourself and having a strong mindset. All right. With that, I leave you with our quote of the month. It's the fourth quarter of this year. Champions are made in the fourth quarter. Destinies are determined in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter of this year will make your entire year. So thank you guys so much for making it. Let's thank our panel today for coming up. Really appreciate that. And we will see you guys on the next one. Thank you.
Yeah.